Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Masya
Good
Allah.
afternoon, Mr. Dewangga.
Good afternoon, Mr. Soleh. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you gimana, Mr.?
Alhamdulillah. Wonderful.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
So we have to be happy every day, right? Iya.
Happy terus loh.
Happy. Ada lagunya tuh kan, happy aja lah.
Yeah.
Okay, what about another one? Mr. Wendy, Nur Hermansyah, Mbak Nurul, Mas Tegar, Mas Ridwan, Aldi, Mas Atta. How are you? What's up, everybody? What's up? Wow. Where are your friends? I always ask before the class begin. Where are your friends? Where are your friends? Still over there? Sorry, gimana Mbak Nurul?
Nurul putus-putus kayaknya itu hanya Nurul deh.
Apanya Nurul yang putus-putus? Aduh. 2021 berakhir kok putus-putus ya. Apanya yang putus-putus?
Suaranya mau putus-putus.
Sama si dianya, Pak.
Itu sama si dianya katanya itu. Mas Atta, Happy New Year. No, not now. Tomorrow. Monday ya? On Monday. Happy New Year on Monday. Am I right? Ya nggak sih? Sunday or Monday?
Yes, sir, yes.
Sunday or Monday? New Year.
Monday, Pak.
Monday ya? Monday. Sunday. Oh, Saturday.
Masa sih, Pak? Ya, mungkin lain kali, Pak. Beda kalendernya, Pak. Beda kalender, Pak.
Gede.
Sabtunya tanggal 1 kan?
Itu Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday, man.
Free day, Pak.
Nggak mikirin tahun baru, Pak.
Aduh, mikirinnya naon. What are you thinking about, Mr. Soleh? What are you thinking about? Married?
Yes. Kalau sudah ada pasangannya, Pak, harus rubah lah, jangan bujangan terus, Pak.
Masya Allah. I think so many women in this world actually. Ya, tinggal mau yang mana. What do you want?
Two women.
Two women. Wah,
One,
poligami.
two, three women, Pak.
Oh, Mbak Nurul, what do you think about that?
No.
2 or 3 or 4 katanya. Oh my God.
Satu aja belum.
So
Itu dia, Pak, satu aja belum.
That's why you're gentle, man.
Saya nggak gentle, Pak. Kalau dikenalin cewek malah kabur saya, Pak.
Oh my God. Tanya Mas Atta. Itu Mas Atta itu yang jagonya Mas Atta.
Dia jago karena sudah laku dia, Pak.
That's why I said Mas Atta, right? Sudah sold out.
Sudah test drive.
Oh my God. What we talk about now? Allah. So we waiting for our friends. Please give the information to your friends that they have to join the class today. Pak Nurul ya. We waiting for them for about 5 minutes ya. And then the class began. Okay?
Bisa.
Okay, please give them information. On the group or via WA or personal message. Coba. Ya. You wait for them for about 5 minutes. Ya. Hello. Hello. Oke. Selamat sore. Oke. Hello, Mbak Nurul. Have you give information to your friends?
Tadi salah kasih tahu. IF kan udah semuanya.
Oh. Oke.
Wait,
Oke.
bahasa Inggris. Enggak itu.
Group in the group. Do you have a group?
Udah ada harusnya.
Okay. I'll take screenshot first. Hello, Mas Doni. How are you? Long time no see you actually.
Yes, Mr. I'm sorry to be late because
Okay. Oh, what about your son?
gimana?
How about your son? I mean your
Ya,
child. Sudah sembuh belum?
sudah.
Alhamdulillah. Oke. Oh iya. Iya. Come on guys, come on. Okay, let's start our class by reciting basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Loh, kok mati Mas Doni? I want new company me here.
Anu, ini saya pilek ini jadi mau sisi tadi.
Oh, oke, it's okay. Sisi ya, Mbak Nurul, Sisi ngerti Ra? Sisi.
Ngerti, Pak.
Oh, ngerti.
Oh.
Kan sama-sama orang Jawa.
Oh, iya. I think
Isi itu permisi ya Pak ya.
Nggih, permisi.
Apa ya?
Oh,
Agak bintang ini saya, Mr.
Ini loh. Nah, mana dah?
Nggih.
Ya.
It's something like that lah. Okay. I think we have to recall first ya, as the previous meeting ya, before the lessons start. We have to recall first what we already learned in the last meeting. Mas Doni, he didn't join the class in the last meeting. Am I right?
Iya, sorry, Mister kemarin izin itu karena
Yeah, I know that. That's why. Have you seen the PPT in the e-learning?
wait.
Okay. So if you didn't join the class, so you have to see the PowerPoint that we learn in the last meeting. Okay? Itu jadi PR untuk teman-teman kalau nggak masuk. So apapun alasan izinnya, jadi harus melihat biar nggak ketinggalan aja sih sebenarnya mah. Ya, biar nggak ketinggalan aja. Okay? In the last meeting we talk about business ethic ya. Business ethic and meeting ethic. Yeah. Okay, business ethic and meeting ethic. Okay, Mas Soleh, what do you know about business ethic? What is ethic actually, Mas Soleh?
Business ethic.
No. What is etiquette actually?
Gimana yang jelasinnya Pak ya?
Ayo, gimana sih jelasinnya?
Aduh. Ya maksudnya kita di sebuah perusahaan itu ya harus mempunyai etika, tata cara lah.
What is etika actually?
Etika itu
What is etika?
tentang perilaku kita gitu, Pak. Kesopanan kita terhadap mungkin karyawan yang lain, atasan ataupun yang lain gitu, Pak.
Okay, that's right. So what about another one? From Mas Tegar, maybe.
Yes, sir.
What is etiquette, man? Sorry.
Mungkin tata krama, sir. Attitude.
That's
Masih termasuk
that's a
dalam
part of etiquette.
etika.
Okay, could be. Okay, actually, etiquette is the name of the rules, yeah. The name of the rules, yeah, for being polite in the social group, ya kan? Ya itu kalau lihat PPT-nya mas sudah tahu, ya, Mas Soleh, Mas Ricky. That's the rule how about our behavior, how to behave in the social group, even in the social media, ya. We have to behave politely. Benar nggak? We have to behave. So that's etiquette. Nah, ada etika dalam apa namanya itu social group, in the real life or in social media. Okay? Why business ethic? The question is why business ethic? Halo Mas Fikri, present. Okay. Why business ethic is important? Yeah. Why business ethic? Why business ethic is very important for people? Yeah. Anybody can answer this. Why business ethic is very important for someone who make new content? Untuk apa sih? Kenapa sih? Why?
Promote produk.
Who answer the questions?
Promote product. Yeah.
To promote his product. Okay. To promote his product to another persons, to another people. Okay, what about another one? Untuk apa sih bisnis etik itu? Kok bisnis etik itu penting banget sih? For you as a businessman. Untuk membangun, to improve
Komunikasi.
Environment.
To improve their works, to build the relationship, ya, to improve the working environment, ya, to add the networking, kayak gitu, ya, untuk menambah apa namanya itu hubungan yang lebih baik, build a good relationship and improve the working environment. That's business ethic, ya. Why business ethic is very important. Okay. Next. Okay, Mas Ridwan Prasetya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The question is why? What are the good manners at work?
Bisa diulang, Pak?
What are the good manners at work? If you learn, artinya apa? Anybody can help him translate what I asked him. Ayo.
Repeat.
What are the good manners at work?
Sopan santun dalam bekerja.
Apa aja gitu. What kind of good manners at work?
Menghargai bisnis yang lain, kompetitor yang lain.
Can be that.
Termasuk attitude, menghargai,
Okay.
disiplin.
Next, and then
Tidak merebut merebut ruang lingkup mereka dalam berbisnis gitu.
tidak merebut ruang lingkup mereka di dalam bisnis. Bagaimana orang bisa disebutkan orang merebut bisnis orang temannya itu sendiri dalam berbisnis?
Bisa merusak harga, misalkan kita di bawah pasaran yang ada gitu. Dan mengiming-imingi sesuatu hal yang lazim.
Can be that, but thank you Mas Ridwan ya. What about Mas Fajar? Mas Fajar, are you there?
Yes, sir.
After it ya.
Habis makan tuh.
Nek bahasa Bima, kalau bahasa Bimanya makan, ngaha. Nek boso Sumbawa mangan, iku mangan. Ngaten. Podo ke Jawi. It seems like Jawa language ya. It's like jaran. Sumbawa is jaran also. Okay. Ngaten nggih? Okay, the question is for Mas Fajar ya. Mas Fajar. What do you know about good manners at work? That we already learned in the last meeting ya. Tadi Mas Ridwan sudah menyebutkan beberapa hal terkait dengan good manners di dalam bekerja itu seperti apa sih? If we meet people, if we meet a person at work, what we have to do? How to call them? How to call their name? How to call their name? How to speak with them? How do we speak with them? Ya kan? Gimana sih caranya kita kalau memanggil mereka kayak gitu? Memanggil lawan bicara kita, atau bagaimana sih cara kita ketika berbicara dengan lawan main sih ya, teman kerja kita begitu. How to make contact with them? What the good manners at work? What are the good manners?
Yang pertama sih memanggilnya tidak menggunakan teriakan atau mungkin menggunakan nada yang tinggi, seperti
Oke.
Itulah.
Hai.
Gitu. Terus memanggil kalau bisa sebisa mungkin memanggil nama gitu Pak. Tidak berteriak dan memanggilnya nama, bukan bro. Nah, rame-rame bro nengok semua kan. Nah, gitu.
So, the question is when you call their name, do you address their name by using anything? So like Cheng bro become Mr. or Mistress or Mrs. Do you change them? Misalnya, halo Mr. Fajar, bro diganti dengan Mr. Mbak misalnya diganti dengan Mrs. Kayak gitu ya. Next, Mas Fajar apa lagi?
Mohon maaf Pak, sore Pak Dewangga, saya izin telat, sedang perjalanan Pak.
Oke, Mas Riki. Oh, ya. Pelanggaran gitu Mas. Pelanggaran.
Tadi habis dari Boyolali Pak, pulang ke Jogja ini
Mas. Pelanggaran ya, pelanggaran.
Mantap warung kopi.
Ayo.
Pak.
Oke, please.
Makasih Pak.
Oke, take care ya. Take care on the way.
Perjalanan ya Pak.
Perjalanan ini rasa sangat menyedihkan. Oke, next. Ayo, come on. Apalagi sih?
Ya, itu tadi yang seperti disebutkan Pak Angga tadi, kalau kita berpapasan sih mungkin mari Pak, mari bro gitu Pak.
And the next one?
Kalau ngobrol bertatap mata dan
Kalau ngobrol tatap mata. See my eyes, please.
Yes, itu baru mau ngomong.
Oh lu.
Kalau lawan jenis gimana, Pak?
It's okay. Jangan pakai nafsu tapi ya.
Itu
betul.
dia, Pak.
It's okay. Makanya cepat nikah biar bisa dijaga.
Coba jangan ke situ lah. Jurusannya jadi kena deh saya dah.
Okay, the next one. Keep smile. Ya, keep your smile to your friends. Ya, jangan pasang muka jutek ya. Karena kalau ada salah satu aja teman kerja pasang muka jutek sudah suasananya ambiar ya. It will be ambiar in the work environment. Okay? So you have to keep your smile. But do not always smiling ya. But do not always smiling. Yeah. When you talk with your friends, keep your smile, see their eyes. Pay attention to them. That's the way the good manners at work ya. Say thank you for the appreciation. Sorry ya. Say thank you for them and say congratulate them if they get promotion from the manager. Kayak gitu ya guys ya. And next one. So what about the bad manners at work? Mas Aldi.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, we already talked, Mas Aldi. Can you hear my word? Hello, Mas Aldi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Last time we already talked about the good manners at work. So the question for you is, what are the good manners at work actually? Do you understand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What are the bad manners at work? Yang biasa teman-teman temui di dalam pekerjaan tuh bad manners-nya itu seperti apa sih? Ayo Mas Aldi. Come on, Mas Aldi. Okay, or anyone can answer. It's okay.
Using please thank you for appreciation. Maybe.
That's a good manners.
Yeah.
What about the bad manners?
Bad manners.
Yeah, the bad. That's we talk about bad manners now, not good manners. Arriving late for the meeting, is it a good or a bad manners at all? Arriving late, coming late to the meeting. Coming late to the meeting, is it good or bad? Yo. Good or bad?
Bad, sir.
So that's the bad manners. One of the bad manners at work. What about what Mas Aldi? Another one, Mas Aldi. Ignoring people when you meet them. That's one of bad manners. if you offend someone, what you have to do if you offend someone? Jika kita menyinggung seseorang, apa yang harus kita lakukan?
Sorry.
Say sorry.
Apologis.
Apologize. Oke.
Ya guys.
Bukan apologis ya Mas ya. Apologis itu kayak apa namanya itu ya? Bagian daripada sulap itu loh.
Magic.
Part of magic. Neuropology so I forgot. Apologize. So the bad manner at work is not apologizing if you offend someone. Yeah, not apologizing if you offend someone. Okay, Mas Aldia. And the next one, being rude to the people who offer to help you. Ya, ada orang nawarin tapi dicemooh. Kayak gitu loh. Nawarin bantuan tapi gue bisa sendiri, ngapain lo bantu-bantu gue? Ya. No, you cannot do that. Okay? You can't do that. Kalau ada yang mau bantu, alhamdulillah cepat selesai kerjaan saya gitu kan. You have to say thank you so much. Thank you for your help. Thanks so much. Kayak gitu ya. And the next one, using bad language. Ya. Do not use bad language. Ya, you know lah what are the bad languages we usually hear from our friends. Apalagi anak-anak muda zaman sekarang ya kan, easily use bad language actually. Ya. Okay. And the next one apa? Do you think what do you think when you are in the meeting, and there is someone who answered the mobile phone? Okay, is it good or bad?
Yeah.
Do you feel angry with them?
Yeah.
Of course, right? We are in the serious situations, and there is one of you who answers the cell phone or call phone, handphone. Lagi serius-seriusnya meeting, ada yang angkat telepon. That's bad manners. Karena akan membuat orang lainnya terganggu. Oke. Kayak gitu nggih. Actually, you already know all of this ya. Because you are in the karyawan class kayak gitu ya. Employer class. Actually, you already know that. Next. This is the phrases ya. Yeah, for offering and request. I think enough ya for recalling our last meeting, the previous meeting. Today we're gonna learn about something that you ever done before in applying a job. Okay, guys, what you have to prepare before applying a job? What you have to prepare to apply the job? Who is Oppo F1?
Saya, Sir. Rian. Andrian Satria Karim.
Oh, Andrian Satria Karim. Coming, please. Welcome to the class. Okay, thank you. Ayo, teman-teman kan sudah pada bekerja semua nih ya. You already work. Ya. You are a worker actually. Yeah. Am I right? All of you is a worker. Are a worker. Before you apply your job, before you apply the job now, the job that you did now, that you are in now, what you have to prepare before that, before you apply the job? Apa sih yang disiapkan sebelum melamar pekerjaan?
Yang pastinya berdoa, Sir.
Okay, the first one is doa. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And the next one, is doa enough?
Penampilan juga
Doing the job?
Sir.
Okay, your penampilan ya, penampilannya. And next one, the important things in applying the job, to prepare in playing the job. Apa sih? Apa yang harus disiapkan?
Kurikulum kita.
Who's answer? Who answer this one?
Aldi.
Aldi Setiawan, kurikulum
Kita.
vitae.
Iya,
Okay.
CV.
Or CV. And the next one?
Experiencer.
Okay, experience. Okay, another one. Kurikulum vitae or resume ya. Kurikulum vitae or resume. What about cover letter? Do you need them? Do you need them? Do you need them? Ada cover letter, ada CP, kurikulum vitae, dan ada cover letter. And cover letter we will talk about them in the next week. Okay. So today, as Mas Aldi Setiawan said, we would like to talk about how to make a CV actually. Even two you already make before. Ya. Sebenarnya berarti kan semuanya sudah pernah membuat kurikulum vitae, right? Ya, sudah pernah membuat kurikulum vitae. Pernah. Mas Doni, apa yang ada di dalam kurikulum vitae itu?
Yang pertama name, tanggal lahir,
Name, tanggal lahir, apa mana?
alamat, basic skill, and foto.
Oke. Ya, oke, foto itu.
Ya, foto sama ini lulusan atau apa ya?
Education background.
Ya, background
Ijazah.
dasar sampai sampai sarjana atau sampai perguruan tinggi.
Oke. That's good.
Terakhir
Experience. Oke. Ada yang selain isinya selain dari Mas yang telah Mas Doni sebutkan tadi? Ada yang pernah nulis CV selain apa yang telah disebutkan Mas Doni? Mas Reza?
Data diri.
Hampir sama sih.
Oke.
Ditambah
Suaranya Mas Reza nge-lag ya, nge-lag.
Data diri, Sir.
Oke. Data diri, oke, let's see.
Mungkin data diri dan pengalaman kerja Pak yang dicantumkan.
biasanya ditambahin.
Biasa ditambahin apa lagi?
nomor handphone yang bisa dihubungi.
Nomor handphone yang bisa dihubungi. That personal detail ya. Personal detail tuh jangan lupa tuh. Nomor handphone, email, segala macam. Oke. But this is kurikulum vitae ya. This is kurikulum vitae. This is different with cover letter. Okay. This is different with cover letter. The kurikulum vitae is. Have you seen this? Writing writing an impressive CV. Okay. Today's graduate job market is very competitive, and your CV is your frame marketing tool. It must highlight your skill and achievement in clear and positive light, which will persuade the employer to call you for an interview. Nah, Many applicants fail make it to interview because of ineffective evidence of their skill and experience. Ya, banyak para pelamar. Pernah nggak ditolak, nggak dipanggil interview, ngelamar sana sini tapi nggak dipanggil interview?
Pernah.
Pernah, of course. That's
Pernah, sir.
Hampir semua pelamar kerja rata-rata, hampir semua pelamar kerja tuh nggak dipanggil untuk interview, diabaikan saja kayak gitu kan. Map coklatnya tuh numpuk di perusahaan juga tapi nggak dipanggil-panggil.
Tidak menarik.
Because what? Maybe many applicants fail to make it interview because ineffective evidence of their skill. Jadi mungkin ya, maybe one of them the reason of the employer do not call you for the interview because you have an effective evidence of your skill or experience. Ya. Jadi bukti-bukti terkait dengan skill kalian, experience kalian itu tidak cukup efektif untuk meyakinkan mereka untuk memanggil Anda untuk interview, ya. Or poor presentation and careless spelling and grammar, ya. Ya, atau mungkin bahasanya kurang bagus atau presentasi yang mempresentasikan diri di dalam CV-nya kurang baik sehingga tidak menarik mereka untuk memanggil Anda. Oke. This is the basic principle, guys. Ya, if you wanna looking for job again, ya, kalau masih pengen cari pekerjaan lain misalnya, or you want to look for new job maybe. This is the basic principle. Mas Fajar, can you help me to read?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please read this one.
Okay, sir. Basic principles.
Can you read? Can you button please?
Wait.
Basic
principles.
Basic principles.
Curriculum path CV means story of your life. However, with only 1 or 2 pages for your CV, you can afford to treat this literally. A CV is not a list of everything you have ever done. It is a marketing document. Be selective about what you include. It should focus on task, skill, and experience most relevant to your target employer. Your mission is to ensure that after a 20-second scan, the employer can pick our evidence that you have actually the skill and experience they are looking for.
Okay, thank you, Mas Fajar ya.
Welcome, sir.
This is the basic principle, guys. Okay, curriculum vitae means story of your life. However, with only 1 or 2 pages for your CV, you can't afford to treat this literally. Ya, jadi CV itu adalah bisa maknanya itu story, cerita daripada kehidupan Anda, ya. Story of your life. However, with only 1 or 2 pages for your CV, you can't afford to treat this literally. 2 atau 3 lembar kalian ceritakan terkait dengan cerita Anda, hidup Anda di dalam CV itu nggak akan cukup, actually, ya. Jadi nggak akan cukup. Banyak cerita-cerita story of your life. But ya, Remember, a CV isn't a list of everything you have ever done. CV itu bukan satu list ya, bukan satu daftar sesuatu hal yang telah semua teman-teman kerjakan ya selama ini. Bukan list semua apa yang telah kalian kerjakan, enggak. It is a marketing document ya. Ini adalah dokumen marketing. Be selective about what you include. Jadi kita harus pilih-pilih nih apa yang harus kita masukkan. We have to selective. We have to select one by one what we have to include over there. So is this experience or is this skill suitable or correlated with the job that I applied, kayak gitu ya. We have to be selective. Jangan semua yang telah teman-teman lakukan, pengalaman-pengalaman teman-teman semua dimasukkan di situ. Enggak usah. Be selective. Apakah sesuai? Is it correlated with the job that you applied? Apakah itu sesuai enggak dengan kerjaan yang teman-teman lamar? Ya enggak? It has to be selective. It must to be correlated. Ya, harus berkesinambungan, harus cocok antara pengalaman dengan apa yang dilamar. Oke. It should focus on the skill and experience most relevant to your target employer. As I said before, you have to the experience most relevant to your target employer. Jadi harus relevan dengan apa yang dilamar, experience-nya, kemampuannya. Ya. After 20 seconds, the employer can pick out evidence that you have exactly the skill and experience they are looking for. Kalau kalian teman-teman experience-nya ada buktinya, terus skill-nya ada buktinya misalnya, so mereka akan langsung melihat tuh dokumen apa yang telah teman-teman masukkan di situ. Apakah sesuai nggak dengan apa yang Anda tulis? Kayak gitu ya guys ya. That's the basic principle. Okay, this is the content and the style. As Mas Doni Wahyudi said before, you have to write the personal details. Yeah, select your name, yeah, your address, your telephone number, and email address. Your education and qualifications, employment history, your interests, your activities and your achievements, and also your reference. That's the content and style. Designing the CV, usually 2 sets of A4 or the equivalent in the electronic format. Biasanya mah 2 lembar. 1 juga cukup. Yang penting sesuai dengan cukuplah or relevant with the job that you apply. Remember, avoid color or textured paper ya, nggak usah lah pakai warna-warni apa namanya itu kertas yang warna-warni itu, nggak usah. Be clear and concise ya, harus jelas ya. Be consistent with the font type and size ya, harus konsisten fontnya. Kalau fontnya pakai Times New Roman pertama sampai terakhir, you have to use Times New Roman. Or you have to, if you write using font apalagi Arial, maybe from the beginning until the end you have to write by using Arial font. And also the size ya, ukurannya semua harus sama. Oke, got it? Make sure guys ya, make sure key information is not hidden by too much text. Try breaking up with bullet points ya. Jadi harus kita teliti lagi bahwasanya informasi yang penting, yang utama di dalam CV tersebut enggak apa namanya, tidak dihalangi oleh teks-teks yang kebanyakan teks lah kayak gitu ya, kalimat-kalimat yang tidak diperlukan di dalamnya. Oke. Jadi try breaking up with bullet points ya. Buat poin-poin, sedikit poin di dalamnya. Use heading or format text in bold to draw attention to important points. Pakai heading atau format teksnya in bold, di bold ya, di bold apa misalnya headingnya terkait dengan education background or personal details. You have to bold them. Ya, spelling and grammar must be accurate. Nah, type of CP itu ada dua guys. Ada dua types of CP, ada chronological, ada skill based. Ya, ada chronological based, ada skill based guys. Ya, di dalam CP, dalam menulis CP itu. Types of CP. Types of CP format, a chronological resume will list content within the academic and professional experience section in the order they occur. Most resume are reverse chronological. The most recent position or degree is on the top of section. They include professional experience, academic background, and additional sections. Ini yang umum ya, biasanya kita pakai guys ya. Kalau chronological resume itu masuk macam personal details-nya, personal experience-nya, educational background-nya, academic background-nya, additional section-nya apa. Itu yang biasa kita tulis untuk melamar kerja. Ya. That's chronological. What about skill-based? Skill-based resume grows working experience by nature of the work rather than in chronological way. Strategic consulting experience, or another experience. Jadi kalau skill-based ini hanya mencantumkan skillnya saja, dia pernah bekerja di mana, kayak gitu. In the form of paragraph, ya. Let's see. Wait a minute. Can you see this?
Kelihatan.
Yes, sir.
Kelihatan ya? Nah, ini contoh, salah satu contoh ya. Chronological and skill based. Ya. Kalau chronological tuh seperti ini. Namanya, tahun, alamat, tanggal, nationality-nya apa, oke, and then your education background here. Nah, tahunnya ya 2008 bekerja apa namanya itu, present the School of Oriental African Studies misalnya seperti itu. Sampai 2008 bukan dari bawah nih 2004 sampai 2004 sekolah diploma maturistik visa. 2004-2007 University College London. 2008-nya present the School of Oriental African Studies. Nah, professional experience-nya di sini. This is the simple example of chronological ya guys ya. Ini simpelnya saja nih professional experience-nya. I work at part of international team or I work at communication strategy to ensure that our message. This is the chronological that we usually write ya in the CP ya. This is the common one. Ya Mas Fajar ya. You can see this. Okay. This is skill based ya, skill based, not skill based ya. Skill based, not skill based. If skill is skill sapi, okay, this is skill based. Your name and your address and directly to go to your experience with your skill. Well organized, highly motivated, itu kan skill kan ya. Well organized, highly motivated communication strategy at pressure, geography, graduate with recent professional experience, developing strategy positive change. That's all of them are skill based ya. Baru di bawahnya educationnya, baru dijabarkan lagi di sini African and Suitable. Dijabarkan lagi tahun 2008-2009 itu ditulis apa dijabarkan di 2008-2009 itu di School Oriental African Study itu pernah ngapain aja. Dilihat itu, you can write your skill here in the paragraph kayak gitu. 6-month volunteer project to educate Kenyan people about the importance of reforestation. My role was to assist. That's part of skill base. Yeah, this is part of skill base. You already seen that. And the next one. Got it ya everyone ya? About chronological base and skill base.
Alright, sir.
Ojo orek-orek lo mas.
Alright.
Orek. Oke. Creating strong first impressions. Nah, kita membuat kesan yang baik. A personal statement is brief statement of the type of persons you are, your skill and your achievement. It always comes near to the top of the CP. Your skill and the achievements itu biasanya itu ada di paling atas biasanya, or before the main body, and present the fact in the most positive way. Dan berikan fakta sesuai dengan kenyataan yang ada in the positive way. Well-written personal statement will immediately capture the attention of the employer and make them want to find out more about you. Nah, di dalam personal statement itu, mereka biasanya akan langsung melihat apa sih skillnya teman-teman kayak gitu, yang akan membuat mereka tertarik untuk pengen tahu lebih lanjut tentang Anda kayak gitu. Identifying your skill ya, your key skill. Nah, jadi kita harus mengidentifikasi key skill kita, skill utama kita tuh apa sih? Your CP needs to match the particular job you are applying for ya. Jadi harus match ya, harus match between the CP and the job that you are applying for. Harus sama, makanya saya bilang harus ada korelasi antara skill kita, experience kita dengan apa yang kita lamar. Ya enggak sih? Jangan kita lamar misalnya di kita punya skill A misalnya. But kita lamar ke perusahaan yang membutuhkan skill B. Ya kan? It's not correlated. It's not relevant, right? Jadi harus relevant with your skill. The job that you applying for with your skill that you have or your experience that you have, it should be correlated. Walaupun teman-teman banyak experience-nya, walaupun teman-teman banyak skill-nya, tapi perusahaan tersebut hanya membutuhkan satu skill yang Anda punyai, maka cukup itu saja yang Anda garap. Oke, get it? Nggak usah banyak-banyak. Mereka cukup melihat itu, oh ternyata emang benar-benar dia menguasai dalam bidang itu. Lampirkan buktinya. You have to have an evidence. Kayak gitu ya. For example, if the job requires skill in the teamwork and creativity, you need to ensure the employer can clearly see that you have gained the skill somewhere in your life. Nah, ini contohnya nih. Contohnya saya translate ini ya. Jika job tersebut, pekerjaan tersebut ingin request mencari skill in teamwork kemampuan di dalam bekerja di dalam teamwork ya, satu tim. And creative. Jadi teamwork dan creativity. You need to ensure that the employer can clearly see. Jadi kamu harus menulis secara jelas terkait, pastikan bahwasanya apa yang mereka inginkan itu terkait dengan skill in teamwork dan creativity itu kalian sudah punya, kalian sudah miliki somewhere in your life, ya. Sudah kalian miliki dalam kehidupan Anda. Kemampuan Anda, jadi intinya mah kemampuan Anda sesuai dengan apa yang job tersebut inginkan, job yang kalian lamar tersebut, kayak gitu ya. Oke, nggak boleh beda ya, nggak boleh melenceng lah istilahnya itu. Actually, I have a story, but later on I'll tell you after this. I have an experience, about this. Maybe guys, you work in the team on a course project, or perhaps you had a creativity idea for event which society organized. The important thing is that the employer can see that your CP is tailored to them and not generic CP that is being sent to every employer. Jadi di sini dibilang kalau misalnya kalau mau lamar course project, maka teman-teman harus bisa punya kemampuan untuk course project itu sendiri. Oke. The important thing is that the employer can see that your CP is tailored to them and not generic CP that being sent to every employer. Jadi CP-nya nggak boleh umum ya guys ya. CP-nya itu harus jelas. Tujuannya ke siapa, kemana harus jelas. Apa yang dilamar, posisinya apa, harus jelas. Jangan sampai CP-nya itu bisa dikirim ke semua perusahaan. Ya. Walaupun 1000 perusahaan mungkin ada sih yang nyangkut satu-satu, tapi it will be waste your time, ya akan habisin waktu Anda, gitu ya kan? Benar nggak? You have to be tailored to them and not generic CP. Jangan sampai generic CP ya, semua general ya CP-nya. Semua ke semua perusahaan Anda kirimkan dengan satu CP, kirim ke semua perusahaan. You cannot do that. Oke? Okay? Highlighting your work experience. Jadi kemudian kita highlight juga nih experience kita. But remember ya, kita highlight work experience itu jika sesuai dengan apa yang kita lamar gitu ya. Intinya seperti itu. Intinya Mas, apa yang kita lamar harus sesuai dengan apa yang kita miliki. Skill apa yang kita miliki, experience-nya apa yang kita miliki. Highlighting your work experience using positive action-oriented word creates the impression of positive and proactive person. Use words such as achieve, create, organize. Ini caranya saja. I achieve or I create or I organize kayak gitu ya. Avoid tentative words such as maybe, yang nggak boleh kita pakai maybe, attempted, perhaps di dalam kita menulis itu. Mungkin saya akan bisa membantu perusahaan ini dalam mengembangkan bidang ini. Jangan. Sebutkan saja buktinya. I achieved that. I achieved satu hal yang sesuai dengan apa yang saya lamar di dalam pekerjaan ini. Oke, gitu ya. Mas belajar lagi. Oke. The next one, the aim is to make your CP as persuasive as possible. Jadi kita tujuannya itu membuat CP kita itu persuasif, sepersuasif mungkin kayak gitu guys ya. Present information in the most positive light, but remember there is a clear distinction between doing and this and executing. Make sure your spelling and grammar is accurate ya. Grammarnya, spelling dalam grammar itu harus akurat. Most CP can be improved by a greater attention to the language and grammar use. CP and application form writing is an art. Nah, jadi ini ya bagian daripada grammarnya saja, tata cara penulisan, the way you write your CP, your grammar, your language, you have to pay attention to them. It is one you can learn with a bit perseverance and a good dictionary and thesaurus. For example, Do not say resolution of customer queries to Thailand was required. Just say resolve customer queries within Thailand. Do not say I was responsible. Nah, jangan pakai itu. Jangan pakai I was responsible for organizing a program speaker. Cukup bilang saja I organize. Saya organize a program of speaker. Gak usah pakai I was. Saya pernah bla bla bla. Just I organize a program of speaker. Okay, got it? Using action word in your CP and covering letter will help you to convey an achievement, ability, and impact. Menggunakan action word di dalam CP atau cover letter will help you to convey an achievement. Itu akan membantu Anda untuk menyampaikan achievement Anda, prestasi Anda, kemampuan Anda, impact-nya seperti apa. The verb list below are only view of the many you can use describing. This is action word. Action verbnya seperti ini. Ya. Some action verb that you can use in your CV. Accelerated, accomplished, achieved, adapted, administered is just another one. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay. Ada yang punya yang masih menyimpan CV lamanya? Anyone of you?
Not soft copy, hard copy.
Who still save your curriculum vitae? Itu berharga loh, Mas Mbak.
Ya, disimpan perusahaan.
Dulu saya zamannya nulis ya, nggak ada file ini.
Nah, that's a good one actually. Itu nulis ya, masih nulis ya. Itu tahun piro, Mas?
2010 sampai 2011.
2010 2011. 2010 itu saya
paling banyak itu di kereta api dulu sampai 10 kali.
Itu saya baru tamat SMA loh, Mas, 2010 2011. I just graduate from senior high school.
Ya, anaknya Pak Doni aja udah 5, Pak.
2010 2010. I just graduate 2 years before that. Yeah, I was graduate from junior high school in 2008 2009.
Oh, tuaan Pak Dewan.
Nggih, tuaan sedikit lah, beda 2 tahun saja.
Tapi mukanya nggak boros saya.
Of course, you are boros person ya. Ya, karena anaknya sudah banyak lah.
Banyak anak, banyak rezeki.
Dari
Oke.
Maaf Pak.
Ya, please.
Pak, saya izin sholat dulu ya karena saya lagi di luar ini.
Oke.
Lagi di luar.
Actually, we already finished the class ya.
Oke, Pak.
Oke, we already finished the class, Mas Soleh.
Oke, siap.
We already finished the lesson. Do you have any question, everyone?
Kok sekarang banyak CV itu banyak pakai bahasa Inggris, apa lebih tertarik HRD itu lebih senang dengan hasil dari CV yang menarik, atau dulu kan tulis tangan gitu, karena waktu kan juga tahu beberapa bagus tulisan si pelamar gitu. Jadi kenapa sih alasannya kok sekarang banyak yang pakai bahasa Inggris atau pakai yang gitu?
Okay. Why the employer wants digital CP, ya digital CP lah bisa kita bilang ya, daripada the old CP kayak gitu ya, yang kita tulis tangan kayak gitu kan. Anyone can answer this? Ayo, siapa yang bantu saya untuk menjawab Mas Doni ini? Mbak Nurul coba. Ayo, try to answer. Ayo, Mbak Nurul, kalau enggak Mas Fajar coba. I think I'll try to answer it. Ini karena I try to answer in English. Because this is the digital era, ya Mas. Digital era, ya. So they follow the rule of digital era. Ya, it's not the old. This is not the old era actually. Ya, kalau dulu pengen tahu tulisannya seperti apa, kalau sekarang kan nanti kan bisa dilihat itu. Misalnya kalau ada ya job provider yang penyedia pekerjaan yang misalnya ingin mengirim sesuatu, ada orang yang melamar pekerjaan menggunakan tulis tangan. Bagaimana kalau misalnya tulis tangannya tidak jelas? Ya, Mas. Sedangkan dibutuhkan kirim via email, di foto misalnya. Di foto ya. Kayak kita ngirim tugas yang saya pas waktu semester 2. Gitu kan. There are many written of you that I can read. Ya, I can read. Nah, makanya to make an easy one to read, so the job provider want you to send. Biasanya kan mereka minta fontnya pakai font apa gitu kan, Times New Roman atau Times apa Arial, biasanya kan seperti itu. Mereka minta itu tulis apa nanti, tulis lamaran pekerjaannya pakai itu kayak gitu kan, pakai font-font tertentu kayak gitu kan, biar mudah dibaca kayak gitu. Jangan sampai pakai bold font tuh yang melingkup kayak Chinese font misalnya. Oh, you can do that. I think that ya Mas Doni ya. To make the job provider easy to read your CV. Ya kan? Dan sekarang juga kan nggak mulu ngirim lamaran pekerjaan pakai pos sekarang kan?
Betul.
Just send it via email or via WA misalnya seperti itu, and they will read it and accept it. Ya, I think that Mas Tony. Is there any idea with Mas Doni's questions misalnya? Ada nggak ide lain, pendapat lain terkait dengan pertanyaan Mas Doni? Nothing? Mak Nurul?
Nggak ada sih, cuma kan tadi kan Pak Doni bentar. Nggak itu. Tadi kan Pak Doni juga tanya yang tentang kenapa lebih tertarik segi bahasa Inggris juga kan.
Oh iya.
Cobain aja.
Okay, please. I forgot that question. Okay, please.
Soalnya TV kalau pakai bahasa Inggris itu lebih menjual. Soalnya lebih banyak perusahaan yang lebih suka kalau CV-nya itu pakai bahasa Inggris gitu.
Minum obat Mbak Nurul ya nanti habis ini ya. Jangan lupa minum obat, jaga kesehatan, jangan lupa
kesehatan Mbak Nurul.
Iya Pak, makasih.
Mas Fajar jangan minum obat ya, jangan minum obat. Please. Jadi kenapa employer lebih tertarik orang membuat lamaran menggunakan bahasa Inggris, para job seeker menggunakan lamaran pakai bahasa Inggris? The first thing that you have to know that is English is an international language. Ya, itu bahasa internasional. And they, of course, the company want you to know you that you have a good skill in English. Ya enggak sih? Apakah kamu punya enggak kemampuan bahasa Inggris? Nanti bisa dicek juga di situ. Did you copy paste from the internet? Itu kan bisa dilihat dari plagiarism kan. Makanya salah satunya seperti itu, digital era kan seperti itu, memudahkan. Habis itu kenapa menggunakan bahasa Inggris? Karena setiap perusahaan sekarang tuh ingin mengembangkan sayapnya kemana-mana, sampai bahkan pengennya go internasional kan. That's why jangan sampai pekerja kami nggak punya skill dalam bahasa Inggris. Apalagi kalau dapat email dalam bahasa Inggris, nanti jawabnya beda kayak mana, kayak gitu kan. Ayo, bilangnya A, jawabnya B, iya mas. And all of IT usually written in English, right? Benar enggak?
Alright.
Computer actually is written, or all of them written in English, even though mereka juga menyediakan bahasa-bahasa lainnya kayak gitu. Okay, I think enough. Is there any other questions? Nothing? Yang tadi izin sholat tadi siapa aja? Mas Wendy sama Mas Soleh ya. Kita langsung absen saja ya. Ya Mas Fajar ya. Bilang kalau yang ada, nggak ada, nggak ada. Because I didn't share the absency. Okay? Please help me. I need your hand. Mas Fahrul Rahim, nothing.
Nothing.
Adinda Lutfia Balkis, nothing.
Nothing.
Muhammad Soleh, nothing. Present. Andrian Satria Karim, present. Salsa Dwi? Nothing. Fikri Ahmad, present ya.
Hadir Pak.
Ya, I know. Okay, next. Mas Abdullah Huzaifi.
Hadir, Pak.
Oke. Algi Fauzan. Ya, Abdullah Huzaifi hadir. Mas Abdullah kan hadir terus ya?
Iya, Pak.
Tapi pernah Alpha 1 ya?
Nggak tahu dah itu.
Itu meeting ke-6.
Lupa saya juga, Pak.
But it's okay. Oke. Mas Muhammad Misbahuddin, nothing. Reza Nur Arifin, nothing.
Itu ada, Pak.
Ada.
Ada.
Masa?
Itu loh.
Mana orangnya?
Itu. Press open cam.
Please don't be angry to me. Don't angry to me, Mas. Salah lihat saya, salah lihat. Oke, next. Soalnya nggak ada suara sih Mas Reza dari tadi.
Kecil.
Leonis Firdaus? Hadir, Pak. Oke. Ahmad Fauzi, nothing. Topan Firdaus?
Nothing.
Tovan, nothing?
Ada.
Ada. Mas Tovan, where have you been in the last meeting? Mas Topan.
Di kolom chat itu, Pak.
Oh, di kolom chat. Oke, Mas Topan, where have you been in the last meeting? Can you answer me? No. Okay. We continue. Fadli Marcelo?
Nothing.
Atta Esa, present. Doni Wahyudi, present. Singgi Prasetyo?
Present.
Present. Oke. Fajar Kurniadi, Bonten. Oh, izinnya. Ridwan Prasetya, present. Rifki Setiawan, present. Eka Prasetya Romadoni, nothing. Samsul Kuryawan, nothing. Okay, we go to EF. Informatika. Wendy Nur Herman Syah, present. Tegar Muhammad Rifki,
Present.
Aldis Tuan, present. Nurul Fauzia, present. Wow, ini the active person. Semuanya di sini. Oke. And for the PowerPoint that I already showed to you before, for the CP PowerPoint, I'll send, actually, I haven't uploaded in e-learning. After this, inshallah, I uploaded in e-learning. And you can inform to your friends who didn't join the class today to learn the PowerPoint, to read the PowerPoint, so they know what we already learned in this meeting. Okay. Thank you very much. See you next week. And please turn on your camera, all of you. Aku juga bisa. Wait. Correction. I put. Astagfirullahaladzim. Hello, Mas Ridwan. Masya Allah, your background is very light. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you guys for your attention. Yeah. See you for your participation. Thank you for your participation. See you next week. Yeah, for Mas Oppo F1S.
Sponsor, Pak.
Sponsor. Mas Fajar, Mbak Nurul, Mas Abdullah, Mas Doni, Mas Tegar, and all of you. Thank you very much. See you next week. Have a nice day. Yeah.